First of all, I mean, obviously your landmark appearance this weekend. You must be delighted. Um, how yeah, it'd be nice to celebrate it with what would be a pretty significant victory as well.
Yeah, obviously they're big 100 this weekend. It's kind of been in the background for a little while now. Yeah, it's nice to obviously finally hit it. And yeah, obviously if we can top it off with a win, then that'll be even better. But yeah, we'll take it as it comes. We'll take a lot of confidence from last week, and we'll put our best foot forward.
Yeah, I mean, and yourself, obviously, you must be taking a lot of confidence from last week's couple of tries as well. How do you feel like your game is, as the season's gone on, how do you feel like your game is growing and developing?
Yeah, I think the last couple of games, defensively probably been my better end of the games. Defensively, for myself, being pretty good to be honest. And yeah, like say, I had 2 tries on the weekend, so that's always nice to get in the score sheet finally. But yeah, I'm enjoying my rugby. Like I say, we've been having some good wins, and we've been doing all right. So it's always better.
You mentioned the defence then. We were just asking Toby about the impact of Mark Jones. What have you seen that he's brought?
He's been massive for us, to be honest. He's had his defence game plan from day one. And to be honest, all the boys have dug in and bought into it. So it's been massive for us. And I think, well, obviously you can tell, and from people watching, it's been a huge part of our game. Something we like to pride ourselves on now is our defence. And that's, big round of applause for Boise.
It's probably as much of a mindset as well, isn't it? As well as sort of your structure, defence.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, obviously he puts the structure in place. But like so, the boys have got the respect for Boise, and they dig in for it, and they've gone into it with both feet, So yeah, it's a lot about the mindset as well. Like I say, we've got some youngsters as well, but Harry Deves and stuff like that. When you got him on your side, it's always good to be defending with him by your side.
Yeah, he's like a sort of Tasmanian devil, isn't he? Just sort of running around everywhere and just hitting anything.
Yeah, I think that describes him pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll keep that one then. I'll use that on Saturday. What are the conditions like out there? How is it? I have no idea. Is it warm? Is the altitude? Are you struggling with that at all?
Yeah, obviously the altitude, everyone knows about that. But we've been up here for the week. We've adapted pretty well, to be honest. We've had a good couple of training sessions under our belt, and coaches have been pushing us pretty hard. So yeah, we'd like to say we used to that, and we don't want to use that as an excuse. Conditions is probably high ends of the 20s, but it's actually a little bit cooler today, and it's a little bit cooler tomorrow. So I think someone up there is looking after us.
Yeah. What is it about? I mean, you must be the only team. You're probably the only team in the URC who quite likes playing South African sides. You got 4 out of 4 this year in all competitions. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's the warm weather or whatever, or the altitude maybe plays something with our head. But yeah, we've been battling out all season really, and say we've come away to the South African sides. We like a bit of a challenge, I suppose. And like I say, we've had 4 from 4. And like I said, I don't think many teams have done that. So obviously we'll look to try and close a 5 from 5, but we've been doing pretty well so far. So we'll take the games that comes.
Brilliant. Luke, you're not a Welsh speaker, are you?
No, I'm not. Sorry.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I got to check for Radio Cymru. Fine. Lovely. Listen, all the best. Good luck on the weekend.
Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Do we now finally not call you a sevens player?
Yeah, I think I can officially say I've transferred into 50.
I mean, 100 games is a good statement, isn't
it? Yeah, it's not too bad, I suppose.
Yeah. And how difficult was it to adapt from the smaller game to, I mean, what are you carrying, an extra half stone now or extra stone?
Yeah, probably put on about 5K, to be honest. It was about 83 when I was playing sevens, and up in that 80, 88, 89 now.
Yeah.
Good weight, I think. Yeah, I think I adapted pretty well. Obviously, fitness side of it, and obviously being a winger is probably easier an easier position to come into the 15s from sevens. You know, I've got speed on my side, fitness and stuff like that. So, you know, even though I'm hitting a 100th game on the weekend, I'm still learning things. You know, like say, the defense has been a bit of a thing that I've been concentrating on past few games. So, you know, like I'm constantly learning and taking stuff, you know, from the coaches, etc. So, yeah, always room for improvement, as you say.
Did you never get tempted to chase the Olympic dream?
Yeah, I actually got asked this question in the week by one of our players. Yeah, it was always something that, obviously, because I done my ACL just before the Rio Olympics, so it was always a bit of a sore subject. But Toby did give me the opportunity last Olympics to go for it, but I was just in a stage where, you know, my head was with 15s. You know, I had made the change over, and I just wanted, you know, I wanted to throw everything into 15s. So yeah, it is something I haven't done, but I've had a good sevens career, and like I say, I'm having a pretty good 15s career at the moment. So it's something that I wanted to just focus on 15s, to be honest.
Well, when you came back, you got a senior Welsh cap as well, which must have been fulfillment of every dream.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I come straight into 15s and I had a pretty good season and got the cap off it. But so yeah, can't really complain with the change over to 15s there.
No, it'd be nice to see if you could add to that collection.
It would, yeah. And like not just have the one cap.
Yeah.
But like I say, you know, I'm Ospreys at the moment. I'm concentrating on my game there. Like if something came there, I would never turn it down. But I'm just concentrating on playing for Ospreys at the moment, and we'll see what happens.
You talked about bigging up Boise, but your head coach hasn't done a bad job, really, has he?
Yeah, he's done all right, to be honest. Like I say, he's come in since he's come in from the start. He's been a massive impact on all the players. You know, a lot of the players, you know, respect him. He's put his own game plan on the game for us. And like I say, since he's come in from the start, I think he's turned Ospreys round, and obviously the results are showing that.
And culturally, it seems to be a very good place to be at the moment.
It is, yeah. You know, and it's always better when you're winning. But yeah, like we've got a lot of youngsters, you know, a bit of a mixed bag with us. And you know, there's no egos with us. Everyone, you know, chips in. Culturally, it's a very good place to be. It's an enjoyable place to be at the moment as well. Everyone digs in for each other. On the field, I think it represents that quite a lot, to be honest. You know, there's 80 minutes and we will play for each other, kind of thing. So yeah, you know, it's a good place to be at the moment.
And it seems as though you're a group that doesn't respect reputation. To hell with what they've done, to hell with where we're going, to hell with what, you know, difficulties we're going to face for its altitude of heat. We're going to go and do our best, and look where it's taken you. Yeah,
you know, you always show that sign of respect. But I think we respect ourselves as well. We know what we're about. We know what we can do. And like I say, from that win over in Stormers last week, like I said, I think there's only 3 teams that have ever done that. So we'll be taking a lot of confidence from that going into this week. We know what Bulls are bringing. They're going to be a big physical side, so you know we front up to them. And yeah, we'll take the game as it comes.